Good day and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a great day. Happy Thursday. And much appreciated if you're here. And thank you. So please like, share, and follow. Where you go, pin. Oh, can't pin that. There, pin. Poll up. Where's the poll? Got a good poll today. I think it's a good one. Oh, what's this? Walter, how are you doing? Oh, Smith with the stars for star. Thank you so much, Smith. Much appreciated. Hey, Robert. Hey, yo. Thank you guys for being here. I just put the poll up so you guys can answer your favorite actor there. And we'll just move it up a bit on the screen, and then we'll get hauling stuff across Europe. Visit all the best places. There we go. There we go. Right there. Perfect. Tells me everything I need to know at a glance. Alright, let's go back to the game. Oh, wait, let's do one thing here. Make sure my sound meets my approval. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Get this show on the road. Did it read out the LOL thing? I didn't hear it. But, did it read out the LOL thing? I didn't hear it. Thought I turned it on for a certain, maybe it's a certain amount. I don't know. But the sound works, so that's a good thing. Right, let's get hauling. This train. Get into our truck where it's quieter, eh? Alright, how tired are we? It's about halfway, eh? Alright, let's see what kind of jobs are nearby, what kind of facilities are nearby. Nothing like super close. There's a garage there, but I'd have to buy it. Alright. No? So here's where we are. So what we gotta do is we gotta pick something good. Make the money. I think we can haul a yacht. Man, I was late on the delivery last time. Do you guys want to go to Brest? 169,000. How far is that one? Germany. Brest is even a bit further. There's less of a delay though. Oh, technically that one we could sleep once. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should we go to Ostrabrook for the 114? Go for the 169. Even farther, eh? Well, at least we just started. Maybe able to do that one trip. all the Queen V39 yacht. We'll get it. Alright, you guys, where is it? He's 112 kilometers away, eh? Maybe we should go for the other one. Probably the same place. Alright. Steering wheel's nice and responsive today. We're cruising for a bruising. Hey Veronica, how are you today? Have a blessed night. Thank you so much. I have a feeling that both of those yachts are in the same place. Not speed. Oh, that was in a cop car anyway. We are cruising. Should turn the radio on, maybe when we stop. Oh, flip something. In the meantime, you get to put up with my voice. I had some meatloaf tonight. Good. It was good. Alright, you guys, we're cruising. We're gonna haul some big old yacht for somebody. Hopefully it goes smoother than yesterday. Yesterday I went 2 hours on a massive trip and didn't even get paid. Because we were like 12 hours late because, you know, delays. They get you on Euro Simulator that way, I guess. They don't put up with the lateness and they get their $100,000 discount. Oh good, there's a light over there I can see. Doing good, good to hear. Oh, I can't go any more forward. I'll get a ticket. There we go, we can go now, green. Alright, check out this smooth turn. Ooh. You're a truck driver in Texas now, eh? Nice. They're adding Texas to this game, you know? Or not Euro, but the American one. Next year, well we should see Texas DLC. So it'll be interesting. If you remember, when we do add Texas to American truck driver and playing it, you have to tell me how similar it looks to the real deal as a trucker. It'll be interesting to find out. See how closely they resemble what they're covering in the sim. It's probably not how you drive through traffic circles with these big rigs, but you know, we're in a hurry. We don't mess around. Yod, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Smith, thank you for liking. Walter, thank you for liking. All muchly appreciated. Gets that word out. Yod, thank you for sharing, much appreciated. We're gonna go get a yacht, Yod. We're gonna bring the yacht to your house so that you can have a yacht party. Sound good? I think if anybody deserves a yacht party, it's Yod. It'd be called a Yod party then. Yod on the yacht party. Hey Kobe, how are you today? I was just saying, you see Ronica is truck driving in Texas. We could see when that Texas DLC comes out how good a job they did. So she'll have to provide us with the info when the time comes. While till the truck DLC comes out, but it'll be interesting. And it's kind of cool, like on these trucking games, you know. Is it like a doctor show where, you know, if you have a doctor, they say, oh, that's terrible, or, oh, that's good. You know, because you gotta find it out from the pro, right? The you know, like if you know the actual stuff, you know, how good job do they do in recreating what they're trying to recreate, you know? Because usually, you know, games and movies and stuff take a lot of liberties. It's kind of cool to find out those liberties, you know? How is it like truck driving? Oh, Veronica wants to tell us. She must hopefully enjoy it. I want to know what it's like being a truck driver. Oh crap! We missed our turn, dudes. Go in the ditch. And then we'll turn. I can see the road there. Okay. We're good. We got power. You have to have a commercial driver's license. Is it pretty hard doing those long trips though? Or you probably get used to it like everything, right? Alright, let's go get this guy's yacht. I think you have to own the DLC to drive a yacht. Alright. Freight market. We're gonna make the big bucks this time, and hopefully we're gonna actually make the big bucks. Well, the other yacht's not at this one. Got some scrap metals. Gonna be driving a while. You love your job. Well, that's always a good thing, right? Nice. There's so many people in the world that don't love their jobs. So, you know, it's always good. You know, to be into your job, right? Get to see a lot of cool things, probably. Is it really hard backing those up? The big trucks? Probably. If you ever have the double trailers, those seem brutal to me, in the game at least. I'm starting to get a little more used to backing up these single trailers though. 18 years, well you probably back up anything, eh? Probably get pretty used to it after a while. You know the road like the back of your hand. Ryan Reynolds, obviously. There's some good competition there, Call of Crafter. You have to admit it. I'm surprised old Seth didn't get picked yet, though. Everybody's been picked except for him so far. Thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Ryan Reynolds just put out another funny commercial. It was good. You literally watch Deadpool? Are you gonna watch Free Guy and the Hitman's bodyguard's wife or whatever it's called? The sequel to the Hitman's Bodyguard. Him and Samuel L. Jackson make a pretty good crew, you know. That first movie was pretty good. What was the movie where Ryan Reynolds was in it, where they're in space and they collected an alien sample? And a lot of people were saying, hey, this could be Venom's origin story. You know, they're in a satellite or a space station base. What? You mean I could turn around, not on the grass? There was like a little road there. Look at that. So this job is 169,000. Might be we make it. Veronica, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. The likes help a lot, you guys. It gets the word out to Facebook. I had pretty I must have hit the algorithm good yesterday. I had really good numbers yesterday. Hopefully we get good numbers again today. It's always good to have good numbers, you know, I figure. You want to be a truck driver, you'll have a job for me. I don't know if I'd be able to be a good truck driver. I'd like that long driving, I tell ya. I drove a big 170-ton truck once though, I was trained in it. Only for about a week. Only for about a week though, because they moved me to the prep plant. So I got to actually do work in a coal mine where I was, doing shoveling and loading trains and stuff. But the 170-ton truck, those are those big ones, like the big dump trucks that they, if you're standing beside the tire, you're not even halfway up the tire. So those are big buggers. Although it is a bit unnerving, to me at least, to back up a 170-ton truck to a cliff that's 3,000 feet deep to dump. And you got to watch for cracks on the brim and stuff like that. So I mean, that's a bit unnerving. But the rest is the prep plant was cool because it was really neat loading trains. I liked loading trains a lot. Although the prep plant was kind of dirty, well, I mean, the whole mine is technically dirty. You come out of there, you need to shower pretty good at the end of the day. But in the prep plant, usually you could see, where you have your mask on and stuff. You could see the outline. So you'd like it. Oh, there you go. What brand is the truck you like, Veronica? Like, there's all these different truck brands. Which kind do you like? Like, do you have a preference? As far as what's an awesome thing that to drive? Is one better than the other or anything like that? In your opinion, easier to drive or something nice about them that might make one stand out above another, like how some people like certain cars better than other cars. I'm sure that there's got to be the same for the big rigs, right? That guy doesn't hit us. Oh, you like any of them? Yeah, they have a few different brands. The brands, of course, are a little bit different in the European version. But I noticed they had a few different brands in both things. The Scania is what I'm driving here. I looked it up, and it was one of the more powerful engines you can get. So I figured that's got to be good. I have a friend of mine, his dad was a truck driver. He did the logging trucks. I don't know what brand he drove though, but he owned his own and had a little shop. All right. How are we doing for sleep? Looks like we're okay for now. We're gonna have to keep an eye on it. Do you get to drive in winter conditions much, or because you're kind of way down south, so you probably don't see them as much, I would assume. I know that if you ever look up the Coquihalla, that's a big highway from the interior to the coast here in BC. You look up the Coquihalla summit. There's all sorts of semi-trucks in the ditch and cars in the ditch all the time in the winter. It's a terrible road to drive on. Like, I know it's pretty heavy duty when you got all these trucks and stuff constantly in the ditch. I don't know how much you really encounter that, but it's not like normal snow driving for me. It's that's like harsh snow driving. Good afternoon, Fire Devil. Like I found it to be Pretty wild to drive on that road. It was on the TV series Highway to Hell. It was one of the featured roads on that. But if you ever want to look it up, I should put a link in my Discord one of these days. But it's Okahela. I like the Rocket League ball as a air freshener. I was wondering if you'd ever notice that, you know, because sometimes I have it covered up by that mirror there. But yeah, it's Rocket League ball. Oh, you're into Rocket League. They have a couple Rocket League references in this game actually for accessories and stuff. You know, like some models and stuff like that, I think, if I remember right. You have to go to a shop to put them on, but better slow down. There's a police. Do you get to see that much, Fire Devil? Cars all of a sudden slowing down. Just minding your own business, and then they're all like worried about you. We're driving all the way. We're going to France. It's a big trip, but we're gonna get 170,000 bucks. Probably be 40 hours game time, so that'll be like three or four sleeps. Alone, thank you for liking, much appreciated. I want to try to get a gas station that's on the right. Next gas station on the right, maybe. I'll stop and sleep. If we can get it under 40 hours, that'd be more ideal. An accident. We got... There's a rest stop, but no gas station. My guy's not yawning yet, though. It's not critical yet. Won't be long, though. And I think I spread out the actors a bit today to pick certain ones. You know, I could have picked like potentially Dan Levy might have been a good choice over Seth Rogen. And Angelina, thank you for following, because he's one of those hot young actors, you know, that a lot of people probably might relate to because of that Schitt's Creek show, you know, or his dad Eugene. But maybe we'll have a showdown, you know, and have him and the next time I have Canadian actors, and we can have a competition, what everybody votes for between these top Canadian actors, you know, because there's plenty to choose from, you know. So we can have all sorts. But Ryan Reynolds is a pretty hot property right now. A lot of movies want to have him in it, and of course Michael J. Fox is a classic. He's not as active anymore because he has that health condition. Oh, I should have pulled in there, I guess. But he was very fun in the Back to the Future series. If you haven't seen those, you should definitely watch them, even if they're before your time, because that was probably one of the best time travel series that you can get. Very entertaining. Seth Rogen's also a very classic actor, you know. There's I think he's in like Pineapple Express, and pretty sure he was in that one, wasn't he? He was in a bunch anyway. Neighbors. Usually his movies are related to you know, weed and stuff like that. He's a big weed advocate. And Jim Carrey. Oh crap! Really, $1,500 for a rep for a speeding ticket? Didn't see the speeding area there. Jim Carrey, you know, he's in a lot of stuff too. Although he's kind of on the decline of his career now. So, like, you know, his best stuff is probably behind him. Although you never know, he might pull one out. Yet. Jason, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Pouring and lightning and very, very frightening me, mamma mia. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who wins the poll, though. There's some sort of gas station or something up here on the left. Wonder if I can grab into it easy enough. Man, it's really giving her here. It's usually like when I go camping what the weather's like. Are these separated? Oh man, I can't see. Alright, is that a parking spot? It's not, is it? Crap. Well, let's unhitch. Whoops, I have radio. Well, I guess we can play the radio. Oh, there was a rest stop there. You tricked me. Might as well gas up. Kind of funny gas rest stop, eh? Get to sleep like right by the pump. Alright, we're good. Grab our truck. And vamos. Although Jim Carrey did recently put out a couple of things. He was in that Sonic movie. And he was in a couple of years ago, Dumb and Dumber, or whatever, the second Dumb and Dumber. That involved them. Like, the actual guys, not stand-in actors. There we go, dudes. We're golden, man. We're rested up. Hopefully we won't be 12 hours late due to a sleep. There's the only problem with starting these missions sometimes when your guy's tired, because then he's got to sleep. Alright, what's going on here? Where does it want me to go exactly? Underneath, maybe? Oh. What the heck? Hope we're not just gonna be doing laps. Oh, it wanted me to go. Oh, that's weird. Because it wants me to flip around and then go right. I could have just turned left if you guys want me to do that, but you told me to go right. Maybe there is a meridian or something. No, because I got in going across lane though. Oh well, we get to do an extra loop, I guess. Only like 2 feet away anyway. Alright, we're making her, guys. Go straight so we don't get looped around again. I think this is the direction I was going in the first place, come to think of it, because I had to go left, pull into the gas station. My lights on? Yeah, it looks like they are. Alright. By the way, you guys, if you're new, don't forget to hit that follow. If you want to share me with a friend, you know, tag them or, you know, drop a share. If you want to hit the like, that helps get the word out too. You know, the algorithms and stuff that Facebook uses. Hey, people like this page. We should show more people. That's always good, right? Good for me anyway. Alright. We're going places. We got 74 kilometers to go. Touring the Europe together, guys. Here we go. I'm your tour guide today. There is some water that way. Some flags that way. There's a white car in front of us. Someone, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. We have a fine evening, or no, fine morning at 6 a.m. game time. We just gassed up, so we're going to be good for a while. Just rested up. Alright, we're going to do a left turn here. The fine art of traffic circling. Everybody loves the traffic circles. I was driving in a real life traffic circle the other day. The guy behind me honked at me. So either he knew who I was or was doing a terrible job at traffic circling. Have some Canada Dry. If you'd like some Canada Dry, there's some in the cooler behind me in the truck. Just reach back. Grab yourself some Canada Dry, which is ginger ale if you didn't know that. Obviously a Canadian one, right? Okay, let's try to keep the tickets down to a minimum here. I already got a $1,500 ticket. We're going to be as careful as can be. Careful as a cat walking on a counter full of glasses. Actually, that's not necessarily very careful if you got the right cat. You know, sometimes they swipe and push crap on the floor, but you know, a lot of cats are pretty careful. Careful if it's sneaking, eh? Alright, 70 here. We can go a little bit faster. Now there's gas stations everywhere. Nadar, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. What are we hauling anyway, guys? It's a yacht. Can't see it. Look in the rear view mirror. RVM. See? I got rear view mirrors on both sides. I pushed the F2 so that I don't have to swivel my head all the time with the mouse. We got the groovy tunes here. Finest in royalty-free music via Facebook Music. You can just groove to it like that, you know? Air dancing, you know? By the way, I'm wearing a Mixer shirt, if you're wondering. Bet you that was at the top of your mind. Got some Facebook stuff you can see right behind my head there, actually, but the shirts were a little bit small for me. But hopefully I get that hoodie. They're supposed to send a hoodie eventually. Maybe that one will fit me. Music's done for a second here. All right. 70 here. I wish you'd kind of crack past that 70 line a bit. I like it when it's 90. Because then I can floor it. There we go. I wonder if there's a Gilligan's Island simulator. That'd be pretty cool. You go on a 3-hour tour, and you get stuck on an island that always has people coming to and from it, but you're always stuck. Concept for a game, eh? You know, you got a guy who can like practically make, you know, a submarine, but can't make a raft. Of course, younger folks here are like, what's Gilligan's Island? I'm afraid you'll have to look that one up. An old show. It was long done when I was a little kid, so I watched the repeats of it. Then there'll be some younger folks here like, what's a repeat? It was a show back in the day. It was very popular. I think most of the staff are dead now, actually. I think maybe there's one left. Not sure. You'd have to tell me. Maybe Kobe knows. Kobe knows a lot of stuff. Kobe's here still or not? Or somebody else. They could Google it, maybe. Not sure how you'd word that one. Is there any Gilligan's Island staff alive? Alright, you guys. 70 is the going rate. So we're going right on the speed limit. We're not going to get no tickets. We can avoid it because cruise control helps a lot there for that. Usually don't drift too much over. We got to get this boat to its new home. I couldn't order a boat that was closer. You have to drive 4 or 5 countries over, but fine boat. Gonna be going on a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. Step right up, let's take a trip. Is that how it goes? There's another gas station. There's some sort of trucking company to the right. You're on a quality tour here, you know. That's the level of detail you get. It's top secret government trucking facility. Because they're not even on the map, like on the GPS. So I can't even go pick up those trailers. But here we go. We're going to go turn right. See that? Oh, what a smooth right. You know what? Very close competition on the old voting thing, you guys. So don't forget to vote. Your favorite actor is on that list. I got the Canada hockey truck here. Alright, 50 here. We better slow down before they give us a $2,000 ticket. Look at that house, eh? Barn style. Double garage. Your favorite kind of house? I'd like a ranch house. I think would be nice, like ranch style where you don't have stairs. I like that style. Better condos. No stairs there either, unless you have to. You optionally can, I guess. Take an elevator most of the time if you want. Or you can take the stairs. Unless you're like really high up. Our speed limit is 80 now. We're gonna be turning though. I don't know if it'll maintain it. Looks like we're gonna run on a road there. Alright, so here we go, guys. Watch this. We are successfully turned. Oh, we're back to 70 again. Good thing I didn't adjust my cruise control. Kind of snuck in an 80 to a 70 too. With a police car right there. You should like count how many police cars. We've seen at least 4 so far. 2467 kilometers to go. Quite the hike, eh? Oh, it's 50 here. Residential zone, man. All right. Back to 70. Can't make up their minds, eh? Oh, now it's 50. See, won't tell you, eh? I'm like, tell ya. Now it's 70. Like going back and forth, man. Like spectacular. Like, whoa. This boat is getting places. Now it's 90. Pull the pedal in and hit the floor. Hit the floor, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more. Alright. Anybody got anything cool planned for the weekend, or, you know, self-isolating? Oh, now it's 70. Man, just when I thought I was gonna be able to let my hair flow there. All right. All right. Get into the music. All right, guys. If you haven't followed yet, please do so. Be appreciated. Always awesome to follow and like. If you follow, I'll try to say your name maybe. But if you don't feel like chatting, don't feel obligated to chat. If you want to say hi and tell me where you're from, that's good too. Whatever you want. Not a lot of pressure, you know. You don't want your name up on the screen. Make sure you follow afterwards. So there's a big discussion on Twitter about whether people like that when streamers thank them, but I try to thank everybody. You know, if they're giving me what's called reactions, you know, that's always good because it benefits me. So them likes, them shares, them follows is good, you know. That's why all of the streamers like it. Look at that. Smooth as blank. Silk? I don't know. Insert adjective. You ever play those stories where it's like, you know, pick a noun, pick an adjective, whatever. You can learn what a noun and adjective are and stuff like that. And then you make a little funny story by inserting the words into where it tells you. Got one of those on my cereal box I had today. Very funny story, but I can't remember it. $80. Gonna stay 80. A little faster, maybe. I don't trust it'll stay 80. It likes jumping up and down. Breaking the law, breaking the law. We're going 81. Delivering the yacht. You too can have marvelous adventures. So sing and rejoice, sing and rejoice. Dashing bold adventure. Oh, 80 for a while now. Maybe we're gonna be good for 80 for a while. I don't know. As soon as I set the thing, it drops to 70 or something, maybe. There's 50 now. See, I knew it. Not very centered alignment, eh? We gotta probably get our alignment adjusted. Alright, you guys. I will be amazed if the speed limit goes up. There we go. Amazed. Amazed, man. I don't know what it's set at. 70, I think. Oh, 71. Hit the up adjust. Up adjust again. There, perfect. Yes. 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 All right. This yacht is getting there. You know it. Your yacht is going to its home. Be ready for you. We got the Ultra Drive here. We're gonna get 170,000 bucks practically, provided we're on time. Hopefully we're on time. Accident that just cost us last time, you know. Probably would have made it on time. We wouldn't have had to get an extra sleep, you know. I think you have room for one sleep. About 70 here, eh? Alright, we're making it places. It's almost noon in the game. There's a dirty old hut to the right. I guess some sort of shed or work area, I guess. Alright, you guys, we're getting places. We're going 69. 669, it'll be funny. Alright. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Can we get the boat on the pole, please? You can just call them actors too. You don't have to call them Canadian actors. They're actually, most of them are American now, but or dual. All right. Yeah, our guy's gonna start doing that right away. See, his blue bed is almost full. All right, you guys, can we do it? We're gonna get to a sleeping spot. Start thinking about it now, and maybe it'll eventually hit one. There's double stacks. Factory end. What's 50 here? People walking. Waka waka waka. We could be a little closer to the light, eh? Alright, we made it through the light. Let's go up here and turn right before we see a fight or run out of light. While it remains to be bright. Better turn and get out of sight. Oh crap, no way! Holy moly, dudes! Oh, that was a closey. So there's no instant replay cam or something, eh? Whoa. We're the Dukes of Hazzard there for a second. That didn't wake up my guy. His little bed meter should have went down by like three notches on his bed. Took that turn too early and almost flipped. Holy crap. That was kind of lucky we made it. We were like that one James Bond movie where they were avoiding the missile by getting the semi to drive on half of its wheels. That was a Timothy Dalton one. I can't remember the name of the title though. There's a construction yard. Lauren, thank you for following. Much appreciated. I hope you're having a great Thursday today. And hopefully you chose your favorite actor from the list of actors today's actors. Make your opinion be heard. We're just driving on two wheels, man. I should have Timothy Dalton as an actor. Do 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 do. All right, we're going 70. I can't drive 55. 55. All right. Here we go. Folks, we're rounding out 2168 kilometers to go. Dude's a little bit tired, you know, because it's like a 40 million hour drive, but you'll have to handle it. You'll have to deal with it a little longer. I don't see nowhere to sleep. Need a rest stop to sleep. See? Close your eyes like that while you drive. That helps. Oh, it's 50 here. We gotta slow down so we don't get no ticket. There's a cop car too, eh? Would have got us $1,500. They're always coincidentally lined up, eh? Alright. Definitely got to keep an eye out for gas stations and stuff. Usually they have the sleeping utilities. We got passed. There's a gas station up there. Maybe we should utilize the facilities. Yeah, I was role playing there for you guys. You enjoyed it. We got a boat. This is what I do if I'm driving to keep awake. But pay attention sometimes though, you know, you don't crash. It's not like we have FSD. No Tesla here, man. It's 80 here. 90 here. Oh, 80 for trucks, I guess. Maybe that's what some truckers do, eh? They dance in their seats like that to keep themselves all pumped up. I'm going to pump you up. I'm Hans and his prawns. The police car. So if you guys like Jim Carrey, did you like serious Jim Carrey or did you like comedy Jim Carrey? You know, because he had like Truman Show, he had that Numbers. Cable Guy was, well, it's kind of a comedy, a dark comedy. Versus like the more outrageous Pet Detective, which apparently they're working on a new one. Or they want to. They're trying to get him involved or something. $70 now. That's $50. we're hanging a right. Oh, better stop for the red. Red light. Yellow light, green light. We are now getting places again. I got this boat. I got a boat. If you guys are new, don't forget to hit that follow. Be awesome of you. Oh, there we go. We got to follow. Ron John is followed. Thank you so much, Ron John. Super appreciated. And I hope to see you often because your name is pretty cool. Ron John sounds awesome to me. Alright, let's turn right. Right turn is dedicated to Ron John. There we go. Hope that pleased you. Ron John's like, oh, should have had a left turn. Clint, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Oh, we better slow down, eh? Oh, we better speed up, eh? We're hauling a boat. A big old boat. $170,000 reward for this trip if we make it on time. With my eyes closed, eh? We don't close them very long though. We don't want to crash. Are you trying to line yourself up for the toll booth? That'd be hard. The Darkest Rain, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. We'll go to this one. This toll booth crossing is dedicated to Clint in The Darkest Rain. There we go. That was, I hope that was amazing for you. Gonna get there. You're gonna get there expediently whether they like it or yacht. That's right. Alright, we're getting there though. Slowly but surely. Back up to 70 here. The speed limits are all over the place here. 80 now. Can't keep track of what my cruise control is set at. You know, this guy couldn't order his darn boat from the next city over. He had to get it from like 8 zillion kilometers away. 4 sleeps later. He's like, why can't you hurry up, eh? Who'd you vote for, Clint? Who's your actor favorite of the actor pool today? That wasn't intended to suggest one of the particular actors. I just realized it could be taken that way, but it wasn't. I guess we can go faster, eh? Speed it up. There we go. trusted you. Bring it to him. He knew you'd deliver. Hell or high water, that's right. Ryan Reynolds is great all-around actor, but Jim Carrey helped define the 90s. That's true. Supposedly they're trying to push for a new Pet Detective movie too. Or was it The Mask? It might have been The Mask, actually. Don't think of it. Yeah, I think they're talking about a new Mask. Like, not Jamie Kennedy, but... Or maybe both. Who knows, right? They might be trying to get both going. Although I don't think those movies are really Jim Carrey's style anymore, really. MD, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Smoking. Have you seen him in 23? I think so. That's like the numbers, like a whole bunch of numbers all over the place in that one, right? You know what Jim Carrey movie I liked was The Truman Show. That was a good show. I never did see Liar Liar though. Or Bruce Almighty. I'm not sure if I saw that one. I remember seeing Cable Guy in the theater. Although that movie certainly wasn't as expected for a lot of people. Everybody was expecting the same old clown Jim Carrey, and it was like the darkest comedy. Alright. That's 80 again. I constantly adjust my cruise. He was funny, but for the most part, his comedy was a pretty simple range. I don't know, I thought he did pretty good in some of his other movies too, though. I think the Riddler and Batman, yeah, I remember that. I think that he was able to fill roles like, was it Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? Oh crap, what the heck, is speed limit change here? And yeah, every 10 seconds they change the speed limit on me. There we go. Get that bar up. And these toll booths. No, I didn't mind that Batman that much, actually. I thought it was alright. A lot of people didn't like that one, but... they had all sorts of villains in that one. I didn't really know how to handle the multiple villains thing back then, or... found it entertaining. Wonder who they'd have as the Riddler these days now. Ajit, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Some people take media too seriously. I like to be entertained. I think that's the main thing, right? What about Star Wars, is Clint? What about Star Wars? Are you one of those guys that does Disney ruined your childhood by the new Star Warses, or did you find them all right? I found them all right, to be honest. I mean, you know, it could always use a better plot, but I mean, all of Star Wars was kind of cheesy and designed for kids, you know. They weren't. I found the new ones not too bad. They were entertaining. I liked them better than Jar Jar Binks's in the first one. You didn't mind them. I think that, you know, on the last that one Last Jedi Star Wars, I thought that one was actually pretty good because they tried something new. I remember at the time when Princess Leia was flying, and that looked kind of weird, but you know, I had remembered her in the Return of the Jedi talking with Luke about how she has powers. Found a bit directionless at first, but I also think awesome that girls have Jedi hero to look up to. You know what? There's something funny though. I bought a Star Wars Monopoly when first Episode 7 came out, and they didn't include a Rey action figure, and like, some people didn't like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Rey that was missing. Because it was made before I think it was made before you really knew what was going on, right? Because, you know, in the previews, it wasn't clear, you know, who the Jedi was exactly. You know, a lot of people thought it was going to be Finn. But I guess they re-released that same Monopoly game with a Rey figure. Well, maybe I'm on to something, you know. It's like old school Bitcoin. I got this old board game that probably nobody wants. Although, you know, I collected a lot of Star Wars stuff over the years, you know. I got a lot of stuff from the prequels, some stuff from the originals. I used to have some of the more stuff from the originals, but some of it got given away. But I have like a Lego Death Star. It's 17 hours to put together, and it's disassembled right now, but it took 17 hours to put together when I put it together as an adult. So, you know, it's a big one. And it was like the Return of the Jedi Death Star, you know, where it's partially assembled. So it was a pretty cool looking thing. It was huge too. You know, it was, you know, most of what you could see me on camera here, if I was holding that thing in front of me, you wouldn't be able to see me. Like, it's like that kind of thing. Like, I carried it when I moved one time, and it was like that big sort of thing, if you could see both my hands in there. But I guess that thing, it was, you know, it was a good price at the time. It was like over $300. But I bet, you know, if you look it up on eBay now, they discontinued it. So if you look it up on eBay now, it looks like it's at least $1,000 value now. Because they don't have that one anymore. And I would have loved to have that. There's another $300 one back in the day. It was a big Star Destroyer. Afrazil, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Ooh, I gotta hit my brake. We're hitting this guy. Yeah, I got like a bunch of stuff. A lot of my Star Wars stuff I collected is probably worthless. Stuff I got at yard sales or whatever. I was enjoying collecting it for a bit. You know, when stores would close down, you know, they had a I remember the name of the store, Woolco or something. They closed down. I grabbed some stuff from there. They had a Zellers and a Sears closed down. You know, I just popped through and grabbed stuff when it was like 80% off kind of thing. Other than Lego, of course. Lego's always expensive no matter what. That Star Destroyer, I had to order in directly from Lego. It was a pretty cool project to put together. I took good care. I'm pretty confident I have every piece. You know, unless somebody knocked it down without my knowledge or something, you know, like when I was moving, you know. But pretty sure everybody was pretty careful about it. Had a few guys over for beers and helping me move, you know, kind of deal. I personally carried the Death Star. I kept it completely separate too, you know, like should have probably taken it apart and then moved it, but I wanted to keep it assembled, you know. But it was like very stressful to move assembled because it's like bigger than it's way bigger than a basketball, like the size of a medicine ball or something. So Jip, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Oh, what do we got here? We got some stars, it sounds like. Have to head out. I was streaming the Elite Dangerous Odyssey Alpha a bit ago on the YouTube. Got some friends waiting on Phasmo. As always, it's a blast hanging out and see you around. Well, thank you for coming by. Much appreciated. And stars for Star!
I have to head out here. I was streaming
the Elite
Dangerous Odyssey Alpha a bit ago on YouTube and have some friends waiting for Phasmophobia. As always, it was a blast hanging out and well, see ya around.
There we go, eh? Have a good night and thank you for the stars and thank you for coming by and chatting. Hearing about my Lego. And actually that was the first time I turned on that read feature. Has to be a certain amount. The first time I got to hear it actually worked. Beppo, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. I can't remember the amount I said of that though. But you know. Now you know. David, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. As well as Myrtala. Thank you for following. And Sheppo for liking. Alright, you guys, we're cruising. You know, one thing about American truck is I noticed the gas uses up quicker, but they don't sting you so hard on late penalties when you're late. There we go. On this one, they sting you pretty hard for being late, so hopefully we're not late. Last stream, I was late. I didn't get any money for a big drive. I mean, the only way I accumulate money is via my drivers. Firecraft, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. And Nick Wamblake, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Good tires, eh? I got the pressure set right on my car, for my truck. Some dude named Falcon put them on my car, or my truck, I mean. Justin, thank you for liking. Black Falcon, thank you for liking. Lots of likings. It's like a episode of what's that with the sparkly werewolves? I don't know. Twilight, that's what it is. What'd you pick in the poll there, Justin? Who's your actor of choice today? I see that Seth has a vote now all of a sudden. Maybe Seth? Is Seth your guy? Good tires, eh? Go in the 80s. Oh crap, I thought he was gonna turn into me. Yeah, on the DLC, I bought the 2-tube tire packs. So I got the tires that are a little better rated than normal in-game tires, and then I got a little oh crap. If you look to the right now, I got them in view now. There's a little bobblehead dude. For Goodyear. Cost $100 in-game money to get that little bobblehead. Sweet deal, eh? There's dog bobblehead too. I'm not sure what the dog represents though. Some brand name thing that they made a deal with, I guess. Alright, here we go. We're on the road. Nice, my wheel drivers are nice and good today. Sometimes they don't always kick in completely, but today they're kicked in completely. That's always a positive thing. Another toll booth coming up. We gotta slow down so we don't get a $1,500 ticket. $1,500 tickets suck. Alright, here we go. We're gonna go into this toll. $62 buckaroonies. Here we go. Let's not get a ticket on the way out either. But be careful of that there. They watch for you. Juan, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. If you guys are new, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're old, thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you can. Be super awesome. So that you can remember me and hopefully visit again, you know. Don't have to talk if you don't want to. If you want to talk, you can though. And of course, hitting like and you know, letting your friends know. You know, like an @ and your buddy's name or a share, you know, you can share to your timeline or whatever. That stuff helps a lot because it exposes me to more people who might also enjoy this content. We're driving the trucks. Tomorrow will be hockey day. On Fridays, I usually play the hockey. NHL 21. It's in the game. I'm just casual NHL player. Sometimes we win, sometimes we don't. It's all about a good time, not a long time. Or a long time and not a good time. I don't know. However that saying goes, you know. Look at all the wind turbines there, guys. What a powerful scene. If there were a meme, there'd be a picture of a dead bird beside it. That's the meme I always see on the internet. Of course, I looked it up, you guys. The meme's not quite accurate. You know, if you were ranking the top killers of birds, it's wind turbines isn't even in the top 10. There is cats is number 1 though, by far. I mean, some birds do perish from wind turbines, but not very many compared. Cats are massive. They get the birds all over the place. Oh, Justin, if you're here still, I got a funny thing I could tell you. You might enjoy. If you're not, I'll wait for tomorrow, I guess. But you'll have to tell me you're here for me to say it. Because only you'll find. Well, I don't know. House probably would find it funny too. All right. So here we go, guys. Hopefully we didn't make a mistake by squeaking past that policeman's barrier. Usually you can get past them. Sometimes you can't though. And it's a big pain in the butt. Looks like there's some space though. That car is flipped right upside down, man. How do you do that there? Alright, our boat is through. We are good. We're good. I believe it, can you? If you like that, don't forget to hit that follow button. If you don't like that, hit that like button. If you are neutral about that, hit that share button and share. Win, 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 right? Yeah. Alright, let's hit that 80 thing. Where's Randy? Randy, thank you for liking. Jordy, thank you for liking. Randy, thank you for sharing as well. Much appreciated. And please feel free to share who your actor selection is, you guys. Oh, Jordy with the stars for star. Thank you so much, Jordy. Much appreciated. I added the voice thing, but it's at a certain amount of stars. Very cool feature. I got to hear it for the first time tonight. The you know how they some people have their stream talk. I figured out how to do that finally. I had to redo all my settings, Jordy. I'm sure you can appreciate that. I had to uninstall and reinstall Streamlabs. Thank you for sharing. Much appreciated, Jordy. But hopefully the stream looks better as a result, you know, after all changing the settings, because I couldn't remember the darn setting. And now that we have the settings, Dilky, thank you for following. Much appreciated. The coolest stream on the planet. Well, thank you so much. That's very nice of you. The yeah, hopefully it looks good. I'm trying software rendering now instead of video card rendering. I found it's a little less, you know, it's not like it's choppy because I have a good video card, but I figure, you know, I'm playing a computer game, that way I could give more resources to the computer game. But, you know, that's how it goes. Which actor did you pick, Randy? Or which one would you pick? If you, I don't know if you voted or not, but always cool to hear people's opinions. It was a really close battle yesterday, man, between the comedians, with Eddie Murphy just narrowing out Robin Williams. Ryan Reynolds, eh? Ryan Reynolds is a good actor. The he has some new stuff coming out right away too. I watched I don't know how old it was, but you know how they sometimes had those video Zoom, so it's this year, but they have those Zoom meetings. They had like a Zoom reunion for the X-Men movie, and Ryan Reynolds jumps on there, and he's like into the meeting, you know, and of course everybody's all like all leaves all quickly on him and just leaves him and Hugh Jackman. And he's like, you know what this makes this a reunion of now? And then all of a sudden that guy from Goon Leaf or whatever his name is pops on, and he's like, it's like a reunion of X-Men Origins. You know, and Hugh Jackman always looks all disappointed, you know. They have that little ongoing joke going between them. They put out another Devil commercial, for his cell phone company. You know, they had that. They originally did for Match, one of the funniest Match commercials you've ever seen, where the Devil meets 2020, and then they, since he's the producer, he put out a commercial for his cell phone company. Apparently has the possibility of coming to Canada now because of a recent CRTC ruling. Normally that they weren't allowed to have that much competition, but he wants to bring prices down. And the cell phone prices are very expensive. You know, like it's like a, you know, like $100 for a plan kind of deal here. I guess you can probably find some good deals. I don't know, $50 or whatever, but it's very high when you compare it to the States or other countries. Dana, thank you for liking, much appreciated. We're hauling a boat. Are you still playing a lot of the Snow Runner, Randy? Kicking some butt, taking some names, doing bubble. Came to kick ass and chew bubble gum and ran out of gum. You know what movie that's from, eh? You don't, you guys. It's called They Live, starring Roddy Piper. Duke Nukem stole a line from that. Dana, thank you for following, much appreciated. Roddy Piper, man, he was awesome in that They Live movie. All about aliens. You couldn't see them. They're all amongst all the propaganda and aliens. You couldn't see it unless you put on the shades, and he could tell who was who. And aliens went after him when they realized that he was able to see them. Well, Roddy died a couple of years ago now, but he was pretty awesome in the wrestling ring too. Mark, thank you for following, much appreciated. They also did a show called Hell Comes to Frogtown. That was something too. Old WWF wrestlers. My favorite wrestler back in the day was, there's two I liked, Bret Hart and Mr. Perfect. Maybe I'll go just a bit longer. Playing Snow Runner still. You're playing Onward on Oculus Quest VR. Nice. That'd be pretty cool. This game would be pretty cool if it supported VR. I don't know if it does. And it'd be like you're in the truck. That'd be pretty wild, eh? That was my first experience with VR, was I went to PAX. You might have heard this before, but I went to PAX and V-line straight for the VR booth. Try Oculus Rift. And I was on a special pass, so I got to go in like, you know, an hour before normal time. But it's still V-line straight for that. You know, they let a lot of people in that first hour. And I tried out this. It wasn't really a game. It was more just a demo where they had me on a race car, and you could look around on this, you know, as it went around the track and stuff. So I mean, even with the poor graphics that game had, it was pretty good, cool. If you had better graphics like this truck game, No Runner, or you know, like Forzas and stuff like that, that would be pretty awesome. But you know, the bad thing about trying VR at PAX, even if you're there an hour early, is it doesn't matter if there's one person or two people ahead of you. Those things get sweaty. It was pretty nasty putting that thing on. I think it's a very personal device. You know, you don't want to put it on right after somebody else because you get like all the sweat. So I was kind of thrown off by that a bit. Mike, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Like it. VR is very immersive but not great on graphics. I tried another time I got to try VR. It was like some sort of demo of some sort of portal thing. That was pretty cool. You know, it kind of had a portal world and you could look down because the floor taken out for part of it. Dudes, where's the place to sleep? Will we get a rest stop soon? We went to the last one, I guess. All these turn-offs and stuff. Reduce the number of gas stations. That portal one was pretty cool, though, if you ever get a chance to check that one out. And then the other thing I got to try there was, you're in some sort of dungeon where you ran around and killed stuff. Really, I'm just at the mercy of whatever they wanted to show me. Oh, and I tried a roller coaster as well. I was at Best Buy one time and they had a different VR. It wasn't Oculus, it was a different one. And they put you on a roller coaster for that. Alright, our guy's falling asleep, we get it. Asindu, thank you for following, much appreciated. Here we go, I wonder if we can pull into that one. Oh, good, it's on both sides. Get over here. Before our dude starts getting tickets for being sleepy. Is that your favorite VR thing so far? Or anything you'd totally recommend, you know? I guess you can emulate having a giant big screen TV or something. Went for gas. I always put my e-brake on first because the keyboard lights turn off and I can't see any of the keys. Alright. Am I supposed to gas up when you're covering it? Alright, we'll go sleep now. We made it without being ticketed. Sweet. Let's get out of here. One day VR will be like that episode of Black Mirror where they put the thing on their ear and then they like get knocked out and then they're in the game. You have Ultra Wings, Onward, 11, Assassin, Contractors, Chains, Unbroken, Skyworld, Kingdom Brawl. Wow, you're really set. All sorts of things you could play. Did you see that episode of Black Mirror, Randy? You ever watch Black Mirror? On Netflix? Like the Twilight Zone? The little twist is in that game. They're playing the game and then they start like virtually playing around with each other. Robin, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Oh, you haven't seen it? Have you seen Black Mirror at all? If you haven't watched Black Mirror, there's a series. Now, keep in mind, these episodes are all different, much like the Twilight Zone. And the first episode of the whole entire thing is kind of weird. So, you know, don't let that throw you off. Because it is a really super good series. Like, probably one of the best series you could watch. Playa Bunga, thank you for following, much appreciated. You know, it's good. You have to let me know if you like it, but don't watch the first episode. Like some people do this. They watch the first episode and say, "Oh, it's too weird for me," because it gets better. Like the first episode is really weird. Some people think it's like funniest thing ever. You know, it's not a comedy, but some people really thought it was something, but others, you know, get really put off by that episode. But there's some really cool stuff. There's a whole season. It's usually like a lot of times it's like tech with a twist, you know. So they'll like one of the seasons, a lot of the episodes were tech related, you know, and then there'd be something that was kind of weird about it. And then, you know, and then it's like, you know, take a real turn, like a dark turn, right? But, you know, but yeah, no, some people watch that first episode and they don't make it through it. And then they say this is terrible series, you know, but actually, the whole thing is like really all connected and good. But there's some episodes that are better than other episodes. You know, we're talking about like, you know, a lot of things that could happen as well. Like, you know, for example, there's one episode where they're, you know, in the technology you can block somebody so that, you know, basically they can't see you, like, you know, it fuzzes you out kind of thing. And then of course what happens is this guy is like dating I think he was just dating her, but maybe it's his wife. But they discover she's pregnant, and then all of a sudden she dumps him and blocks him, so he can't even see her. And then he's like obsessing. Arthur, thank you for liking. He's obsessing because he can't see his kid either, because he blocked him, so his kid's just an outline too, right? So he spends all this time, and you know, the block doesn't come down unless she removes the block or he dies, basically. So it can get dark too on top of it. And then eventually he gets to see his kid, and there's a twist there too. Tilhan, thank you for following, much appreciated. but it's quite good. You know, and that's kind of the twist on the technology. Because you can see that, you know, like you block somebody and Facebook, they can't see your post anymore or whatever, right? But they do it where your vision, you know, that's implanted microchips and stuff, kind of tech and stuff like that sometimes. Marwa, thank you for liking, much appreciated. They also have a kind of a groundbreaking thing that the Black Mirror people made called Bumber Shoot, I think. But basically it's like a choose your own adventure Netflix show, and Netflix actually changed their technology a bit to accommodate that. So you're actually making decisions in the game or in the TV show, and it gets kind of meta, which is really neat. So it's like a choose your own adventure. You pick different paths, and you know, from little things like what cereal he eats, and then the decisions you make kind of make a difference and stuff like that. There's one particular scene where, you know, he's like almost finding a way to communicate with you. So it's kind of neat. Flavor Boy. What are you doing? That's promotion, you know. Thank you for liking, though. I don't think that'll particularly work well here, though. Oh, I can't stretch that. Dean, thank you for liking. Samantha Blatka, thank you for liking. Flavor Boy, thank you for liking. Chris Jen, thank you for following. Much appreciated. And I can't get the thing here. That's weird. Warren, thank you for following. Joven, thank you for following. Go over here. Love your deco on your truck? Yeah, it's kind of different, eh? There we go. Sorry for the wait there, guys. I just had to figure out how to do that. All right. Very Canadian decoration, eh? I don't like a big old advertisement there, Flavor Boy. I don't think that's gonna get you any business anyway, but as far as it goes, it just kind of distracts. Kevin, thank you for liking, much appreciated. And then Nick Bavu, thank you for following. Make sure we're going the right way here, eh? Alright, here we go, guys. Looks like we've got to circle up and go across that bridge. Trip, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. So there we go. We're getting places. Let's go over here. We got 1141 kilometers to go. I think we still have to sleep one more time. I think we've been playing hockey, yeah, every Friday. And we're hockey players skating around on the truck game in between. Yeah, the chat's really kind of messed up in the OBS it's called. It's like it stretches out, you know, like, you know, if there's a long sentence, you got to pull the chat across a bit to read it. So I have to kind of remember to look over there sometimes. Love the truck skin. Not sure you can see my profile pic. Nice one of Lord Stanley with my daughter and I from this last year. Nice. I got to actually take a picture. They had one of those hometown hockeys. I got to take a picture with the Stanley Cup there. That was pretty cool. It's really neat to see it, eh? I just jumped in with a coworker and we took a pic. And then later on, they had another display for Hockeyville or something like that, where Ron McLean and a bunch of hockey players are in the area. So I actually got my copy of NHL 94 signed by Ron McLean and signed by Lanny McDonald. Hey Mass, how are you? Good morning to you. Which is pretty cool. They aren't in any of those. It's night here, but good morning to you. They aren't in any of those. Oh, did I miss a turn or something? Oh, it added a lot of time. What the crap? Where did I miss it? But, oh, we probably had to go this way, eh? Wonder if we can find a way to scooch around. Mass, thank you for liking. We flipped the wrong way, eh? The big road. It'll save us a lot more time. Mustafa, thank you for liking. And Mass, thank you for liking earlier. Second pic of my daughter and I have a pic. We're sitting in the cup when we won in 04. She wouldn't fit this last year when we won. Oh, nice. Oh, the turnoff's right here, so we're lucky. We didn't have to go that far, I guess. Oh crap. Accidentally hit that vehicle. Well, that's pretty cool. When you won, did you get to play in the hockeys? That's pretty awesome. I just got to go for Hockeyville. Hockeyville, man. I was hoping Lucic would bring it back for when the Kings won, but he didn't bring it back into the area, into the interior of BC. So I had to drive to Hockeyville. Oh, you work with the organization, nice. Because Lucic is from like the interior of BC. But well, I got lucky because with Hockeyville, there was a town a couple hours away that won the Hockeyville, and the Kings, which is my favorite team, they were gonna play against the Oilers in a small rink in the area, and so I drove a couple hours, and then I got to enter the draw, and unfortunately I won a set of tickets. I got to watch the Oilers and the Kings play in a small arena, an exhibition game, and that was way different. I've seen the Kings and Oilers play before in Edmonton, as well as Kings play against the Canucks in Vancouver, but boy, watching them in the small arena was pretty cool. So random team for a Canadian. I grew up near Edmonton. I'm in British Columbia, but I grew up near Edmonton. And then when Gretzky and McSorley, because McSorley was my favorite player back then, when they got traded over to the Kings, I started watching the Kings for many, many years, through thick and thin. I also kept an eyeball on Pittsburgh when Rich, thank you for following. Pittsburgh when McSorley and Luke Robitaille were Penguins. I remember it being pretty exciting too, watching Luke Robitaille go for the Stanley Cup goal in Sudden Death, the movie. Although I don't think he was on Pittsburgh anymore at the time they actually released that movie. You have a friend that works with the Oilers. Nice. I also like Dave. Oh crap! Speeding violation. I like Dave Semenko back in a little bit when I was really young too. I for some reason really like the Enforcers. Too bad for Marty McSorley that he. Oh geez, another speeding violation. The same cop or what? Too bad he kind of went out on an ugly note, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool because he could play defense or wing. And you know what the thing about the Kings is, they had a lot of ex-Oilers on them too. Paul Coffey, Yari Curry, Huddy, Gretzky, McSorley. They were pretty stacked with the old ex-Oilers. Although that team never did win. They came close in 1 year against the Habs, but they never did. Never did win with old Gretz there. They finally did get one though, or two rather. That was pretty exciting. Hopefully Doughty gets himself another one. I'd like to see the Oilers do a bit better than they have been. They had all that first round picks and they never really utilized them that much. That's pretty cool that you got to do some stuff with the cup there. And probably get to do a lot of team events, I imagine, if you're working there. I always had to drive a few hours to get to you figured it was because of that era. Rudy was as the goalie was fun to watch. Him in his little blue headband. Yeah, he was pretty awesome to watch back in the day. They had that cool black and silver to look like the Raiders. Paul, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Usher in that new era. Got rid of them weird yellow uniforms. Hosting the Toronto Raptors this season as well. Nice. I guess with all that COVID stuff, they can't even play in Canada. It'd be probably too inconvenient, although looked like the Oilers are, are kind of pushing it, trying to get people back in. Or not the Oilers, the Canucks are trying to push people back in. They're not, I saw an interview and some players said they weren't quite ready. Because they didn't play for a while, with all the team going down, Well, Raja, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. We're speeding here. We should use the cruise control. That'll probably make it go a little easier. Reduce the tickets. Ticket count. William, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Playoffs could be postponed a bit due to the Canucks issues. Yeah, I heard they're going to be doing like 19 games in like a short period of time. Yeah, the COVID's pretty bad here in BC, but it's not the worst in Canada. There's a couple provinces that per capita is worse. We're about fourth worst, I guess, but they're really slow in rolling out the vaccine here. Hopefully we get that stuff rolling soon. Get things normalized. BC is pretty reliant on tourism and stuff like that. Jeremiah, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Got your second shot. Nice. Did you get any of the side effects? Some people it doesn't affect them at all, and others they feel kind of cruddy for a bit. There's one of my viewers that comes through here. She said she was feeling pretty crappy after getting hers. There's a little headache and arm sore. Well, that's not too bad. Which one did you manage to get? I guess you don't necessarily have a lot of choice, but I was reading that Pfizer's CEO was saying that they probably need a booster in a year, kind of thing. Win, thank you for sharing. Much appreciated. Oh, you got Pfizer. Okay, nice. Yeah, I had some relatives get the Pfizer, and some relatives get the AstraZeneca. They both seemed okay as far as response to the vaccine. Or there's three, three relatives. Two relatives got the AstraZeneca, and one got the Pfizer. They're over in Alberta, so they got their shots a little quicker there than ours. I think more people are wanting the virus or the shots over here. So it's really slow, and people are being selective of what shot. So it's like slowing things down for everybody. Actually, I know another person that got Pfizer as well. They didn't have any reaction either. In the healthcare sector. They're pretty early on too. But slowly waiting my turn. Fritzl, thank you for liking and for following. Much appreciated. And John, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Have I seen the movie Jose and Tyler? Josie and Tyler? No, I don't think I have. Is it good? The last movie I watched, Sean, was just recently, was The Man Who Killed Don Quixote. And it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I really exceptionally, like, that's my favorite director, so I was exceptionally looking forward to that one. And I just hadn't got around to it, but I finally got around to it and thought it was great. Catch, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. We're all on a boat, guys. $167,000, although I've taken a few $1,000s in traffic fines. But we're getting places. Don will have to fill me in if Jose and Tyler, I'm even saying that right, was good or not. Oh, I'll have to watch a preview later or something maybe, I guess. Doesn't even sound familiar though. There's some good movies coming though. They're starting to do the previews for movies. They're talking about bringing them back to theaters. About two men who act like complete idiots, smoke cigarettes and drive around the countryside. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Did you like it though? These are guys tired already? Here if we can make it so that it's less than 10 hours in this last sleep. Yeah, there's a lot of cop cars here, eh? Raptors game tomorrow, both Bolts game Saturday, Raptors Sunday, Bolts Monday. Well, there you go. Trip, thank you for coming by. You have yourself a good day, and thank you for coming by, and hope you enjoy the games and whatever you have to do with that. Good time at work. Sounds like you'll be busy though. Edward, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. I think we're doing a loop. Oh crap, I think I'm going down the wrong one. Alright, can we squeak over? Thank you for following. Nishard, thank you for liking. Okay, we gotta keep getting that right lane. Sometimes I misread that GPS, you know, and it messes me right up. Or at least we didn't two-wheel the thing earlier. I almost two-wheeled, or I did two-wheel it, but I didn't crash. In the movie, Tyler has a cat named Sun. They smoke and eat fast food. Oh, there you go. That's a weird name for a cat. I had a neighbor that had a cat, and he said he had to be careful when he, you know, he had a dog. His dog. And when his dog ran away, he had to be careful because he named his dog Fatso. So he had to be careful when he was calling his dog, screaming out, "Hey Fatso," to his dog. Because, you know, sometimes there might be somebody around that might think he's talking to them. But he is when he's actually calling his dog. Yeah, I haven't seen that guy for a long time. Back in the day, he was our neighbor when I was growing up. He was an alright neighbor. I had another neighbor who was kind of crazy, but that neighbor was alright. Didn't have great names for his dogs, but you know, seemed friendly enough. Do I like Jerry Seinfeld? Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld's good. I watched Jerry Seinfeld perform live, actually. In live and stand-up. He was doing a show, touring around. Came through Canada, among other places. Probably did. He bought lots of the States too, I'm sure. What year? Maybe 4 years ago or something like that? It wasn't very long ago. Sonny, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Yeah, he was very funny. That was back before, you know, when you could have crowds of people. Yeah, he was pretty good. I stayed at a hotel that was just down the street from the arena that it was in, because it was in an arena. And so I just, you know, you walk right there from the hotel, and then you walk back. The only problem with that hotel is that crappy Wi-Fi, but what can you do? That hotel was supposed to give me a deal next time I went there. Although, who knows if the same ownership's even there. Is there like, to make up for their bad Wi-Fi, they're gonna give me a free upgrade or something? Start of Toll Road. Oh, our guy's yawning. We'll have to try for the next sleeping spot. I can't remember who the opener was. The opener was pretty funny too, though. Wasn't anybody like super famous or anything that I know of. Probably some up and comer or something, you know. There we go. We got a gas station right here we could pull into. I hope that's not too many sleeps and we get all docked all our money again. Really needs to gas up. Well, you're not gonna give it to me? There we go. Have I met any famous people? Directly, I've got like a picture with Will Wheaton before. Got a picture with Felicia Day. Just a few different people at PAX, you know. Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler. I don't know if you know who those guys are even. They're kind of not in the limelight anymore. Adam Sessler, I ran into him outside his hotel, and I was like, double take, because I was like, hey, I recognize you. And I also ran into the guy who did the voice for Guilty Spark from Halo. He was in like the hotel room next to mine. And I have a poster over there that's signed by Frank O'Connor. So he's like a producer from Halo as well. What's my favorite band? My favorite singer is Mike Patton. Mr. Bungle, Faith No More, Peeping Tom, Tomahawk are all his projects. Probably Faith No More would be by default the favorite, I guess, but I really like Mr. Bungle. You know, like I even watched a composer reacts to a Mr. Bungle YouTube video even today. If I see something Mr. Bungle, I tend to watch it. I don't mind Rush. I wouldn't say they're in my regular playlist, but they're good. Hey Axming, how are you? $10 is $10. I like when Geddy Lee is performing with Bob and Doug McKenzie. Are you a big fan of Rush? Axming, he's a big Rush fan probably. Who's your choice today on the poll there, guys? Would you pick Sean and Axe? Alright, this, well, Faith No More is considered metal. Mr. Bungle's considered metal too, probably. Great, but sleepy. Mr. Bungle's last album that they just put out, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, as like the Green Lantern. The bassist, I think, is the guy from Anthrax, and then the drummer is the guy from like Megadeth. So if you're into those bands, you might like Mr. Bungle's newest album. Really heavy. But Anthrax, Megadeth were very, very big metal bands, of course, at one point. Dean Lombardo, that's the, and Scott, what's his name from Anthrax. Nerla, thank you for liking. Axwing, thank you for that like too. I thought I'd throw some curveballs in there though. You know, there's a couple good competitors there. Looks like it's a close battle. For a while there, Michael J. Fox was leading too. Did you actually watch Green Lantern, Axbang? I've actually never seen it. Sultan, thank you for following, much appreciated. And Neria as well. Thank you for so much for that, guys. Oh, you like Green Lantern? Nice. Ryan Reynolds seemed embarrassed by it. But apparently, I don't know, a couple weeks ago he did a live tweet watch through. So he's watching it for the first time, and he was tweeting as he was watching it. He was giving a play-by-play. Hoju, thank you for following. Much appreciated. It's funny too. I was watching a. Oh crap! That guy's still beside me. I was watching a play, or not a playthrough, but one of those Zoom sessions where they have a reunion for a movie kind of thing. And Ryan Reynolds jumped in on the X-Men one, and they played up a joke there that, you know, all these guys left because they had some sort of other Zoom meeting they had to go to, leaving him and Hugh Jackman. And then he's like, he brings in Leaf, you know, the guy from Bully who was in Wolverine, played Sabretooth. And he says, oh, you know what this makes this a reunion of? X-Men Origins. It was a good cheesy comic book superhero movie. Loved every minute of it. Nice. Stem Blizu, thank you for liking. And Sablu, thank you for following. Much appreciated. But yeah, it was a pretty funny little sketch. I'll have to check out Green Lantern someday, maybe. I don't know, I never really watched it. I was always more into the Marvel ones, you know? Like, I did watch Justice League and Aquaman and Wonder Woman and stuff like that. You gotta be careful here, man. Get this boat through here without tipping. Alright, we're making it, though. A funny path, eh? Rexia, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Yeah, I liked the X-Men movies, and I never watched the Fantastic Four, the last Fantastic Four. I liked some of the earlier one. They're all turning. We're okay. There we go. All right. Lou, thank you for following. Much appreciated. We're going for it here, guys. 7 hours to go. Hopefully we're not late because they dock you pretty heavily. Lost all my monies for an entire 2-hour trip last time because I was late because I had to sleep an extra time. We're gonna try to go right to the end here and hopefully make it. Got 551 kilometers to go. 550 kilometers. Following a slow truck. Scott, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Look at this bridge, man. What a view. I think it was like the newer Star Wars movies. People just didn't understand the special effects. Now most people are used to special effects. Are used to seeing aliens and creatures walking. Used to seeing the weird stuff, but back then people didn't. I gotta see more there. Can you just type that whatever was past the did not? Or was that it? It's cutting me off for some reason. How the chat's organized for me, I guess. Otherwise I'll wind up reading it later, I guess, but if you're willing to type those last few words, that'll be awesome. Because I'm doing a computer game, I have to back right out of the computer game to do it. Oh, that was about it? Oh, okay. Man, busy intersection, eh? Maribel, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Yeah, we got another 529 kilometers to go in another stupid toll booth. I wonder how much money we spend on toll booths. Probably a lot. There's a lot of toll booths around here, eh? I guess if you ever go to Europe, be prepared to pay some tolls. Did I tell you? Ado? Gantha? Welcome. Did I ever tell you guys I had a Girl Guide cookie blizzard? Here's the Girl Guide mint cookies. Axbing, you probably sell them Girl Guide cookies, don't you? $5 a box. Yabba dabba doo. Are you watching some Flintstones? Well played. Look at this, guys. We're getting here. This darn bus is in our way, though. You gonna do a terrible merge? No. We're getting 169,000 bucks if you don't hit us up on late penalties. It's gonna be wondrous. Wondrous, man. God, or Axe is like, you're on to me. I do sell the Girl Guide cookies. I buy them all myself. Antha, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Well said. You look like the Flintstone. I see. Well, that's the first I've heard of that one got. No way. Now, is Axbang disagreeing with the Flintstone thing, or is he disagreeing with the selling Girl Guide cookies? You can't go because of that car. There we go. Bam, bam. Did you watch the live action version of that got? There's a couple of live action versions of the Flintstones. There was one I remember with John Goodman. And then there was one with Stephen Baldwin was Barney. I can't remember who Fred was in that one. I think the John Goodman was better. I think the one with Stephen Baldwin was Viva Las Vegas or something. We're probably due up for another live action Flintstones, to be honest. They're doing a lot of live action cartoon conversions lately. Video games and cartoons, you know, that's what they're doing. A bunch of them. It was a long time ago, you forgot. There you go. Did you watch the movies I recommended yet? Gotta get 2 of them, you know. We're good. Sound like you're gonna watch that Don Quixote right away. Ashish, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. We are flying, guys. 436 kilometers to go. Finally got some good speed limits, too. I wanted to get Gott's movie review of The Man Who Killed Don Quixote. Probably say this is a confusing movie. Because it was very confusing. Entertaining, but it was confusing. I am Don Quixote, Defender of Justice. Okay. Today I'm going to watch The Man Who Killed Don Quixote. Okay, well you'll let us know what you think. called Gott's Reviews. And then you can watch The Fisher King. And that movie with the dude in it. Solomon, thank you for following. Much appreciated. I think Axman likes the movie with the dude in it. You know, nothing like beats a good bowling movie. John Goodman's in that one too. John Goodman in his prime. Actually, I don't know if he's out of his prime, but he's getting up there in age though. I don't know why I always forget the name of that movie. Axman, you have to remind me. What is the Jeff? I mean, thank you for following. Much appreciated. What's the movie with the dude in it? With Don, or Kingpin or something. Oh wait, no, that's with Woody Harrelson. The one with John Goodman that I've been telling you to watch that has the dude in it. Richard knows probably. Richard, thank you for liking. Come on, you movie buffs. You guys know the movie that has the dude in it. It's a bowling movie. Jeff Bridges is the dude. And John Goodman's also in the movie. I think there's a few other famous actors in that one too. You'll find that movie very entertaining if you watch it, Got. You really will. I think you'll enjoy it. Older, but it's gooder. Yeah, the dude. It's not called the dude though. That's his name, his character name. That was the dog. Oh, I had a dog before she passed away a while back now. She was almost 16. She was a Karelian bear dog. Yeah, unfortunately, he just, you know, got too old and wasn't eating anymore and stuff like that, so had to put her out of her misery. Don't want them to suffer, you know. She had a good life, though. If you want to see her, if anyone's a subscriber, I still use her face as a picture for one of my stickers. Raul, thank you for following. Much appreciated. But yeah, they you don't know what the dude movie is called though, eh? Tells you how long. Well, welcome back. Yeah, it was weird because, you know, like with with COVID being a big thing. Tyler, thank you for liking. It was like last spring, basically. With COVID, you weren't even allowed more than one person in the vet. So, you know, like the vet would only be there. How's it going? It's going good. Thank you, Tyler. When you go into the vet there, you know, basically the dog goes in by themselves, visit the vet, and then you can go in, briefly talk to the vet, and you know, it's like really awkward going to the vet at that time. Oh, what we got here? Shadrach, thank you for following. Much appreciated. You have a hard time spelling it though. I think I put a preview in the Discord though, so it probably says the name there. I imagine Tyler, you know that movie, don't you? Jeff Bridges. He's the dude in it. It's a bowling movie. John Goodman's in it. Surprised somebody hasn't named it out yet. They got the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. I was thinking Kingpin, but that's a Woody Harrelson show. You haven't watched since Mixer. Oh, there you go. Well, like I said, welcome back. Always awesome. The Big Lebowski, that's right. Yeah, The Big Lebowski. The Axeman coming through here. You gotta watch The Big Lebowski, because I keep forgetting the darn name every time I go to tell you about it. Finally found me again. I was hiding here on Facebook. Tricky to find me. Because I have a Twitter or Twitch account too, but I never use it. You know, it just kind of says where I am. Lean, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Let's go over here, dudes. Turn time, 230 kilometers to go. Did you like The Big Lebowski there, Axeming? I keep telling God he's got to watch it. God has got to watch it. Crazy movie. He got Axeming likes it. Axeming's got fine tastes in movies. Who'd you pick on the poll, you guys? Matthew? You answer the poll. Who's your favorite actor out of that list? What about Got? What'd you pick, Got? Alfreda, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Our guy's getting tired, but I think we'll make it. Which one should I watch first? Whichever one you want. You can watch both. Whichever one you're craving. The Deadpool guy, there you go, eh? He's got a lot of popularity right now. Got like 2 movies coming out right away. Ding, thank you for following, much appreciated. At the same time, I think Don Quixote is hard enough to understand. Never mind watching it at the same time as another movie. I don't know if you've seen that one, Axebing, but it's confusing. I think you'd probably like The Big Lebowski better, but that doesn't mean that Don Quixote's a bad movie. It's just they're different. You will not understand it. You might have trouble understanding Don Quixote because it's confusing. You have to pay really close attention because that director's good at making things confusing. Irma, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Alright, you guys. We gotta pass this bus or this boat will not be there sooner. You're gonna watch the big... Okay, you give us a report on Gott's movie reviews. What you thought of The Big Lebowski. I should watch The Big Lebowski again one of these days. It's been a while. We're flying though. 140 kilometers. We're getting places. Good time here, man. We're driving across the whole place to get this dude his boat. Could be a dudette. Maybe it's Roger, thank you for liking. Maybe it's like Kim Kardashian's boat or something. She recently joined the Billionaires Club. Good music too, eh? Yeah, they got the Billionaires. They recently updated the Billionaires Club. So Kim is part of them. And old Bezos is leading the pack. Jeff Bezos from Amazon. And his wife is like 15th. They divorced, so he instantly became in the Billionaires Club as well. If you think about it, that's pretty amazing though. He gave up a good bunch of money to her and still maintained his #1 position. Which means that he's swimming in it. Old Amazon. 98 kilometers to go. Problems there, folks. This guy's gonna get his boat and he's gonna be so happy he's gonna be floating. Alright. Past this truck, let's not hit him. We don't want to have him mess up right at the end here, eh? Oh crap. Oh, 6% damage. I'm gonna get dogged for damage. It didn't take much. Crap, eh? Well, what can you do, eh? What can you do? You live in a shoe? Joel, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Forget to enter that poll, you guys. It's a close battle. Anybody's game still looks like. Well, more than others. I don't think Seth is going to come back. Did I watch the 2 movies of the Lebowski? I only watched the Big Lebowski. I'm not sure what the other one is. I don't know if those are connected. Maybe Axming might know, I don't know. Axming knows all sorts of things, you know, sometimes you gotta ask Axming. Like last time, he was giving quotes from all the actors, or comedians. Well, they're actors too, but... It'd be interesting to see if Axming had quotes for these guys. I would imagine Jim Carrey's is smoking. That's kind of one I connect with him anyway. Or Michael J. Fox's would be, that's heavy, man, or whatever. Whatever he says. Have you seen Back to the Future, Scott? Look, we've discovered breasts. Sorry, I got distracted by breast. What's the name of the city? This is kind of funny. As far as it goes, Back to the Future by Michael J. Fox. That's a really good series. If you haven't seen those yet, I think you'd really enjoy those too. We saw Back into the Future sequels. Did you see the first one too? Can I say smoking? It was good though, wasn't it? Do you remember it as being good? I like good time travel movies. Did you ever watch The Butterfly Effect? That was a good time travel movie. The first one was, at least. The other ones were... they're alright, I guess. But the one with Ashton Kutcher was good. The other ones weren't as good. Usually the first movie's the best one, you know. We've got a right turn. We're 14 kilometers away, man. We're gonna make it. We're determined to get this guy his boat. Or, like I said, it could be this girl or boat, like Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian and Kanye were separated now, so he might have got a boat as a celebration or something. Single celebration. I don't even know where Kim Kardashian lives. She's probably in the States somewhere, but maybe this is her summer home we're delivering it to. Our guy's yawning. Kylie Jenner will probably be up on that billionaire list before long too. Holy traffic jam. They stopped. We're gonna get a red light violation here. Alright. Go straight. Go left. I haven't got the notice. Usually gives you a notice if you're getting really close to the hour, so we might be okay. You saw the Back to the Futures when they were a kid? They were probably even better when you were a kid. Well, okay, we'll do that, I guess. We'll put it right there. Ah, crap. Trailer's dragging. From this side. Pretty empty lot here. We'll just get a straight, eh? The trilogy, yep. Yeah, there was originally one. And then later on they brought out two more. And they released the other two fairly close together because they filmed them together. Rashad, thank you for liking. Thank you also for the like 5 minutes ago as well. We did it. That count as the first try? Excellent! You get damage penalty? No damage penalty. That's nice. With that got us like 3/4 of a level. Who doesn't like that? Awesome. That took forever though. That was like That was a long trip, that one. A 78-hour trip. See what they have. Another yacht. 50,000. Where's that going? Oh, down there. Oh, what was the... Yeah, I think I read that somewhere that that's a possibility that they might be making a new one. Medical vaccines. Nice. That one's a good one. If I can grab that, but I do have to sleep. The offer expires in 3 hours. Look at it, 61,000 a kilometer. Dara, thank you for liking. How far away is it? 47 minutes. Our guy's gonna fall asleep. Oh, well, let's go sleep. And then we'll look at the GPS and see if there's a good mission after that. But we'll just stay in upper view. I didn't even notice that sleeping spot when we came in. How do I get into there? Oh crap, I'm still driving. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, my guy's gonna fall asleep, so we'll leave the vaccines or whatever that was for now. Going down the wrong way here. There we go, perfect. That drive was 70 hours. Glenn, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Hey, there's a new one. Look at that one. Going all the way. $65 a kilometer. Uppsala, Sweden. $170,000. That's pretty good. Let's grab that one. $46 kilometers away. That's a better deal than the other one, eh? Perfect. Probably stop in at that garage on the way too. I'd go straight over there, but that road is X'd off. Lee, thank you for liking, much appreciated. All right. Adam, thank you for following. Much appreciated. I don't know if we can stop in at that garage. Where was it? Hello, thank you for following. Much appreciated as well. Oh, there's the garage to the left. Maybe we should go for a quick repair. And we'll grab that because it's easier to drive without a trailer. Oh crap, this way. Just drive over everything. Another dealer, eh? Scania dealer? Get some repairs. Yeah, we got 700,000 bucks, man. Making her buy a couple garages or something. Put in muss up my wheels. You can't wait for an ice hockey game? Yeah, that's tomorrow, isn't it? Playing the hockey. It'll be awesome. The only problem is that with the hockey, not as many people watch. Because it's hockey, you know, they're not as into hockey. But if anybody's interested, you feel free to stop in and say hi. I can surely, hopefully entice you with the game of hockey. Maybe you might like it. Otherwise, you can just say hi, you know, and hang out for a bit if you want. People definitely like the trucking better than the hockey, though, that's for sure, eh? Say hello, hi, hello, and goodbye. Well, you know, it'd be best if they hung out for, you know, a couple minutes, but... anything, you know, it's always nice to see familiar names pop through, you know? Regardless of the game. But I play the hockey on Fridays once a week. Major League Baseball is coming soon. Do you like baseball, Got? You can't? Axman's playing? Axman usually plays, yeah. There we go. This is where they keep the medical vaccines. They keep it in the middle of the bush. Follow the brown car. They know where they're going. Guy looked like he was going straight for a second, eh? Feel like baseball, for me, hockey is more fun. Well, I might try baseball sometime. There's coming to the Xbox. But you can always hang out and say hi and tell me about movies and stuff like that too. Baseball is a good one to talk because it's not as fast paced as hockey, right? This is this yard here. There we go, guys. We're going to go get this. William, thank you for liking and following. Almerl, thank you for following as well earlier. Okay, we got the cargo. We're good now. Looks like it's 2,574 kilometers. Malk, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. So I think it's time to spend some dough here. 748. Buy a garage. Mogul, thank you for liking. Pretty empty over here. Buy one in Amsterdam. If we spend 200 on another garage, or 180, that'll put us up to 400, 300, 200. Get another garage. Axe out. Okay, well, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Good and early, Axeman. Poland, I guess. We don't have anything in Poland. Go here. Calvinator, thank you for following. And Teddy, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Alright. Buy 2 trucks. Okay, lots of dough there, eh? Axe players, you gotta support my fellow Canadians. There you go. What part of Canada are you from? Colleen, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Okay, where did we buy our things now? Wasn't it Poland and somewhere else? Netherlands, maybe? Netherlands? No. Yeah, it was Amsterdam. From Toronto. I'm from British Columbia. Oh, yes. Alright, here we go. Let's go there. And now let's hire a couple drivers. Recruitment agency. Alright, who's good? Ball looks pretty good. He's got two of those things and that. I kind of prefer somebody with some road driving, but Vladimir has some road driving. Robert H has road driving. He's pretty good looking here. We got a potentially candidate there. Got road driving and some other good ones. She's good too, Bridget. Got the glass and the thing, so maybe it's Bridget and Robert H. Yeah. Right, higher. Robert H looks like an Amsterdam guy. Which one is bigger? Toronto is a city and British Columbia is a province. So if you're comparing our bigger city in British Columbia, Vancouver is smaller than Toronto. Toronto is one of the bigger Canada cities. And it's in one of the bigger provinces as well. Okay, and Bridget was pretty good, so let's go find Bridget. And Bridget was there somewhere. Don't remember where Bridget was. There she is. Yeah, Toronto is a big city. I think it was Poland. There we go. And what we want to do is we want to train these guys up. Because that's why I make so much money on the trip. They got all these workers. So even if I have an accident, then they're still making me money. Look, doesn't that guy look like Mark Hamill? Like old Luke Skywalker? Still training long distance. He's done long distance. We can change her to balanced. Hey, she's finally getting some experience, I think. Long distance, long distance. Can I pick a lady truck driver? I just hired a lady truck driver here, Bridget. These are workers for me. My character is a dude. But I have plenty of ladies hired. You know, I'm an equal opportunity employer here. I got Linda, Adeline, Elsa, Ilona, Suzanne, Katarina, Michaela, Alina, William H was a dude, Molly M, Alice, this one's a dude, Jerkette, or Juraj, Christian's a dude, Josh is a dude, Saskia is a female, Darko is a Jedi, Lean is a girl, Merrick's a dude, Ida's a female, Balder's a dude, Betts is a female, Natalia, and Bridget. So, got lots of lady truck drivers on crew. And while I'm rated the best, there's a few 6.7s and 5.8s in terms of skill. So they're making some good money. He's a Jedi, yeah. Can you see what he looked like? Look at his picture. Hey? Up there. That's Mark Hamill. Looks like Luke Skywalker. Guy at 25 drivers. Pretty awesome, eh? So these guys are making me some dough every trip. Every trip I take. And I have garages all over the place. Rome is my biggest garage, though. If we get that all the way up to here, it's going to make him $300,000 a day. They're all driving. I bought them all trucks. See, look, they all have these black trucks. I have a whole fleet. Every one of those has a truck. See, look at all these trucks there. Here's my truck. Okay, pretty nice. I've driven it 56,000 kilometers. Oh, my character. Oh, that's my back. Yeah, that's my truck. Here's my old truck. And Linda's driving that one. Who is the best driver besides me? They're based on their ratings. It's probably this one because I hired her first. Although I think that Michaela's been making more money. Ali, thank you for following. And then the rest of them all have these Iveco Stralis trucks. Because those are the cheapest to buy. So I just buy them that. They're not as strong in horsepower, but they're it doesn't matter because they're NPCs, right? They'll figure it out. And this one here, the trailer I have right now is a refrigerated one because I'm hauling vaccines. Gaudencio, thank you for liking, much appreciated. So anyway, you guys, I gotta work tomorrow. I have the day off after that from work, so I'll be up later tomorrow and later Saturday. But I stream every day at 7 o'clock Pacific time. So if you haven't followed yet, please do so. And whether it lets you know or not, you can always stop in and see if I'm on at around any time after about 3 hours ago. Well, 3 hours and 16 minutes ago is when I normally would start. So I'll probably be playing hockey tomorrow. And then back to trucking on the weekend. You know, just one day of hockey. And then we'll be trying to expand our business some more. Let's go over the poll results. Yeah, if you haven't followed, but please follow. And if you are watching this video after the fact, you can also hit like and share, and that helps a lot too. But let's see the poll results, guys. Thank you, Hayokip. Thank you for liking. Winner of the poll is Jim Carrey. He's got 41% of the votes. Ryan Reynolds got 30% of the votes. Michael J. Fox got 19% of the votes. And Seth Rogen got 11% of the votes. So that's interesting. Jim Carrey took the cake. So there you go, guys. Yeah, Jim Carrey won. Ryan, thank you for liking. Thank you for following as well, Ryan. Yeah, Jim Carrey is pretty talented. To be honest, I would have expected Ryan Reynolds. I thought Ryan Reynolds would probably roll over it because he's like doing a lot of current hit movies. But there you go, guys. The poll has answered. Pretty interesting. But yeah, we'll see what tomorrow's poll will be, guys. I always try to make my polls interesting, so come on in and vote. See what the poll is. Say hi. All that good stuff. But thank you for being here, whatever role you played. Thank you for liking, for following, for sharing. If you chatted, thank you for chatting. If you just watched, that's cool too. Thank you for watching. Dredge, thank you for following. Much appreciated. And for the stars, thank you for the stars, and for those who shared the stream and shared the their did a raid kind of deal. But yeah, Clint did 200 stars today, and Jordan did 50 stars. That's awesome, guys. And thank you all for inviting your viewers as well, if you invited your viewers as well. Rabbit Squirrel and Hydra invited their viewers yesterday. For some reason it tells me yesterday's, but can you say smoking? Smoking! But thank you. Thank you for being here. You might find more Jim Carrey imitations at some point. But have a good night, everybody. And hopefully we'll see you again. Thank you for sharing, God. See you again soon.